Alright guys, good morning. My DocCam's not working, so these videos are not going to be quite as nice as if they were with the DocCam, but we'll make it work. So today you're going to take some quick notes. This is literally just the only page you're taking on levels of consumers. So remember, we've talked about producers, consumers, and decomposers. So we're going to break down the level of consumers more because there's different levels. So our first level is going to be our primary consumer. So these are consumers that eat producers. Remember, producers are going to be organisms that make their own food, so like plants. And then when we talk about food chains next week, it's going to be important to remember that primary consumers are usually at the bottom of food chains. An example, which you are not allowed to use in your sketch that will be in the box, would be like a bug or a grasshopper eating grass. So grass is the producer. The primary consumer is going to be the grasshopper. And this is also going to be important when we're looking at energy and like how energy is moving through ecosystems. So remember, plants are going to have a lot of energy because they make their own food. Primary consumers are going to be getting that energy when they eat the producers. Okay, then our next level is going to be secondary consumers, and these are going to be consumers that eat the primary consumers. So maybe a spider eating a grasshopper. The spider is also getting less energy from eating that grasshopper because the grasshopper got its energy from the grass, but it's going to have less energy than the grass. And then the spider is going to have even less of that producer energy. Again, can't use that example for your sketch that you'll be doing when we're done. Our last level is the tertiary consumers. So these consumers eat secondary consumers. So first gets eaten by second, second gets eaten by third. So an example would be like maybe a bird that would eat the spider, that ate the grasshopper, that ate the grass. All right, again, you're not allowed to use those examples. You guys see these empty boxes here? I want you to draw a sketch of a primary consumer here eating a producer. In this one, you can't use my grasshopper and grass scenario, okay, or example. For this second box, you're drawing a secondary consumer eating a primary consumer. You cannot draw a spider eating a grasshopper. You have to come up with an example of your own. For our tertiary consumers, our last box, you're going to draw a tertiary consumer eating a secondary consumer. So you may not draw a spider being eaten by a bird. You have to come up with your own example. Okay? I just wanted to go over this so that way when we go over food chains, when we come back from spring break, we have an idea. We're going to go review these because this is going to be important when we're making our first food chain. Okay? All right, guys, have a great day. I will see you when we come back from spring break.